up, my guys? We are back. This is the Juice Box. Spring is on the horizon. I can feel it. Something else on the horizon is Big Czar's 30th birthday.
Sheesh.
Old man, Big Czar, what's up?
Yeah, I was hoping that wasn't going to get brought up.
Oh, sorry.
But here we
It
are.
took 4 seconds.
Here we are. Yeah, it's crazy. I was thinking about it last night in terms of the podcast, actually. Like, I've been doing this podcast since I was 27.
Dude, don't say that, because I turn 27 next month.
Dude, that's so like technically for like a whole third of my 20s, we've been doing this podcast. And it just still seems like something so new, but it's
Wow.
not.
No,
It's crazy.
I agree. And again, I know I brought this up before, but that's one reason why I enjoyed the archive clips is literally I see the date and I'm like, holy fuck, we've been doing this since 2019.
Yeah, like what the fuck? We were down here doing it back then. It's wild to think about, dude. That COVID year really like erased a year of memory. Like I know if shit happened that year, but like I swear.
Would you guys argue or agree that I think the COVID stuff rewired everybody's brains on how they think about things? Would you agree with that?
I don't know if it's a coincidence like that it was during the COVID time, but I would say during that time, yes, for me. Like I changed my way of thinking. I don't know if it's because of that, but I'd say my these past few years, like after college to now, like yeah, like I've changed the way I look at a lot of life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that I personally have changed a whole lot, like in my habits or everyday stuff or like what I'm into, but what I've noticed, I think COVID made me like think about the future more and like plan for the future. Like I find myself all the time just thinking like what I need to get to this step to do this. Like I really want to buy some fucking land.
Yeah, dude, I feel that.
I feel that.
I do.
I feel like that wasn't something I ever thought about before COVID.
Yeah,
I was just kind of chilling.
I mean, I agree too. Definitely. I don't know if it's like just the age we're in, and yeah, definitely losing 2 years really accelerated that probably. But yeah, I'm the same way. I can't wait.
And I guess I'm not even really like, of course, the whole spectrum, of course, but I don't even mean predominantly in bad ways either. Like
no, I mean in a good way. I meant in a good way for me. Yeah.
Like I feel for myself at least. I look at things in a much I guess just much wider view than I used to.
Yeah.
Like I
Not so narrow-minded.
Yeah.
I try to do my best to if I'm going to dive into something, try to understand at least a little bit of each side.
I personally have a higher appreciation for like life in general. And I mean like all life.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I won't even kill a bug anymore.
Bro, I'm that way.
I'm
now.
not kidding.
I feel the same exact way. And I also have gotten a weird I say this a lot, a weird better sense at how fast time actually goes. Cuz like I was looking at there was a beach picture because we're going to Ocracoke in May again, and then I was just like looking at old pictures. And not the last time, but the time before we stayed in Ocracoke that's going to be 5 years ago in May. And then I thought, wow, 5 years. I feel like that was just there. But that was a fifth of my life ago.
Yeah, thinking about it in fifths.
But like I was just thinking like, man, that was 5 years. Okay, I'm 26, but 25, that's like a fifth of my life ago. And it's just so weird to think about it that way.
Well, no,
but it's crazy.
That's like one of my best memories that I can remember is when I bought my first house, and literally that was 5 years ago.
Yeah,
that's
dude,
crazy.
I think about that all the time. Your first house you bought, life was so much different when you first bought that house. So much different.
I don't even honestly, I can't even remember what it was like, except knowing that it was so much better than the way it is now. I feel like in terms of what I worried about, in terms of there wasn't really much big things going on in the world that I can remember. That was when the whole Trump stuff started, but everything was it was just so different.
Slow.
It was so slow. Like it was so, I, I mean, maybe it wasn't, but compared to the way it is now, it was so laid back.
There wasn't a lot of worldly things happening. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of crisis. The only thing I can think of back then, like there was a lot of shootings.
Yeah, that's true.
We had a couple years there where like there was so many shootings in the country, but I think it's a combination of like we weren't like seriously in like that full-time adult stage yet. Like, yeah, you had a full-time job and so did I, but like I wouldn't say they were our fucking like big boy jobs.
Dude, I was just thinking about this week. Thinking about how I could go work at Enterprise for fucking 25 hours in one day. Work my ass off. And on every Friday and every Saturday, regardless if I worked the next day, my ass was going out and drinking.
Yeah. Well,
it didn't matter.
That was the other thing. I can remember just being like out with you and you being like, yeah, I got to be up at like 6 tomorrow. And I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, go home, dude.
That's the life I lived in Morgantown for a year at least.
Yeah.
It was literally going out every day and getting up and going to work at 6 a.m.
I couldn't do that now.
Which
I'm not a shot in hell.
I'm kind of glad. I don't know if it's like right now is a hiatus where I haven't gone out on Friday and once every few weeks, but work out early on Saturday. Maybe have a day on Saturday, but that's pretty much it. And it feels kind of nice. It's different.
Yeah, I can just say I definitely agree with you in that aspect. Like I've noticed now, at least while doing, well, I guess even when we were doing these, we were just getting shit faced in the very beginning. But
every episode,
yeah, dude.
To the later times, at least, like I cherish my Fridays because I know if I'm gonna go hard, it's on Saturday, and that time's coming with it being hot outside and everything. People are gonna want to do shit, so I'm knowing as an old man throughout the weeks now, like I have to hydrate if I want to drink on Saturday.
And you've said it too to me, like you're right where like you're just tired on Friday. Like after you work all week, it's just exhausting.
You're just exhausted. Like I use Fridays now, even though I don't go out on Saturdays that often, but tomorrow will be a Saturday that I go out, obviously. And like I use Friday night as like a night of like mental preparation.
100%.
I love Friday after the I love the podcast, but like after the podcast, when I just go home and just chill, I like look forward to that.
Yeah,
it is such a great time. You know what I mean? And we went to no free ads. We went to the 19th hole last weekend. I haven't gone out to a bar here in like a while, and it's totally different in there now. Like
they remodeled, right?
No, I don't even mean what it looks like. I'm just gonna go explain what I mean. I felt like I was in frickin' Cameron, West Virginia.
Oh God,
it was Hicktown, bro. It was Hicktown in there, which I'm fine. I love listening to country music and whatever, but like I didn't know. Besides our group, I didn't know one person in there, and it was packed. I mean, not a single person. I'm looking around. I'm like, am I straight out of Yellowstone in here? Like, you have all these tough guys sitting at the bar, just like looking around and stuff. I'm like, where am I? This is not supposed to be like this in here.
No, it's not.
I was pissed when I left.
Why did we stop
going
there?
What the fuck? I don't know.
I think since we all stopped going there, a new crowd rolled in.
Everyone thinks it's theirs now.
We would literally go, and I knew every single person in there, and it was great.
Dude, we'll take it back.
I'll
march in
either
there,
that,
dude.
we take it back, or we just claim a new spot.
Yeah.
Dude, but I feel like that's our spot.
I agree.
I have to agree as well.
I feel like we have to.
Like, it's like the Dothraki migrated to the 19th hole or something. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in here?
Plus, the bartenders still know me, even though actually I picked up a food order from there a couple weeks ago. And I walked in there, and the one bartender, Chas, was in there, and I've known her forever. But there was like 3 new bartender girls I'd never seen before. And I was talking to her, and I was like, "Yeah, Brooke said something to me," and one of the bartenders stopped. She's like, "What did I say to you?" I was like, no, my fiance's name is Brooke." She's like, "Oh, that's my name too."
I would have got
Be like,
scared.
well,
I was like,
congratulations.
I did get scared for a second. I was like, "Wait, what?
What did I do?
What did I do?" But like, so things are definitely changing in there.
But we have to remember, it's going to start getting warm again. I keep saying it, but it's true. We're going to want to do things more. And yeah, we might be to the age now to where, we don't go out and stay out all night and get shit faced, but we'll get it back.
Well, you know what I want to do? Got the best plan in the world, all right? Elm Grove Marathon, right by Arby's, all right?
Yeah.
It could be a freaking gold mine of a freaking location for a bar.
There's
Is
the
it
one that's
closed?
closed right there.
It's open. It's just the little kiosk part though. You just walk in and pay for whatever. That whole garage is why I was snooping in there the other day because I was in there for work. It's just a huge garage, and I'm like, dude, this is prime time. I gotta figure out somehow to just weasel myself into buying this off of them, and we open up a bar there.
There hasn't
Perfect
been
parking. Be incredible right there.
There hasn't been a like big time bar on National Road like that stretch in a
I know.
long time.
Right off the exit there, I'm on to something. Watch. Next month, some fucking rich person in Wheeling will buy it and open up a bar there.
Well, dude, I'm not going to call out any names, but there's a couple things that we've said on here about the island and a specific festival that are now happening.
That is true.
They are.
So
You
let's.
know who you are.
You know who you are. You know what
Just
you did.
Listen, I'm fine with it. Just, sign us and
Yeah.
we'll help you with the ideas.
Yeah, give us a tag or something.
Yeah.
Give us some
Yeah,
kind of
something,
credit.
I'm
dude.
low key like the fest that's happening up at Ogleby. That's what we're talking
It's
about.
all right.
100%.
It literally was our idea.
No free shout outs. We'll just call it the fest.
The fest, yeah. I'm not gonna dive into it. One, they got a great fucking band to play there that I've always wanted to see live.
Mhm.
Two, it's the fest.
It's the
It's
fest.
what I wanted to do, and god damn it, I'm gonna be on my honeymoon for that.
Oh,
damn,
wait,
really?
we'll be gone too. It's Memorial Day weekend,
Oh yeah, shit.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
right?
So
Oh,
it looks
Yeah.
like it could be a
Well,
good
shit.
time.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I'll
mean,
be on.
Bubba, you're gonna have to go up there and vlog it.
I won't be here either.
Oh, shit.
Shit. No, I mean, I was waiting for the right moment, but I did get a mental chuckle because our first 10 minutes we were doing exactly what AJ called us out on.
Yeah,
me too.
reminiscing on the
I thought
I
of
was
that
gonna
too,
say
but
it.
whatever.
Just
It
gonna
is
have
what
to
it
get
is.
used to it. It's just what we do.
Dude, it's nice not getting assaulted as soon as we start an episode.
Yeah, my God.
Yeah, what was that about?
That was awesome. That was so fucking awesome.
I want to be on his podcast. So
Me
if you're
too.
listening, I know you are. Get us on as guests. I would love to be interviewed.
Yeah, not trying to brag. I'm on this week's. We're talking
Are
about
you?
we're talking
Whoa.
about we're talking about the Euphoria finale.
Oh, okay, well,
He just has
niche.
to have a month of Juice Box guys on his podcast. Just you're first.
Yeah.
One of you is next. Then I'll go, and so on until
Yeah,
we're done.
maybe we'll just force him to do it that way.
Yeah.
And be like, because he's coming here to use our stuff. We could be like, dude, you could bang out a couple.
yeah, it'd be good content.
For
Good
sure.
stuff. I'd be totally down. I'd love to be interviewed.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just interview you.
Let's do. I think I messaged in our group chat about the cold ones parody. You
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that?
No,
Like a hot ones parody, but we do it with like 10 beers that get
Yes.
progressively stronger.
that would be fire.
We could do that together.
We could do that. No,
That would be fun.
I think it would be fun if we could just do like just random off episodes. It doesn't have to be all the time, but where it's just one-on-one. Whether it's like Bubba and JT or JT and me or me and you or whatever. And it doesn't even have to be, as long as there's one of us. If you just wanted to like say you wanted it one episode to be you just interviewing your best friend, just like deep diving, I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I'm so open to doing other things.
Other things.
Yeah, like I've been trying to brainstorm something that I could do down here, like my own, not my own, like I would involve you guys or whatever, but like just a different type of something that can create some content.
Well, because I was watching the Bussin' with the Boys episode, and it was Will Compton and Pat McAfee. And I honestly took a lot away from that episode. Like, yes, they were joking, but it got more into the serious point where they were just like, we know this, but consistency's key, but always just trying to find that thing that triggers everybody. And it doesn't have to be like in a bad way, but find those ticks to where you can talk about things that would pull people in from every single angle. And then, like they were saying, even making short videos and stuff like that to upload, which I know I've talked about, I've wanted to do, but it's like just listening to those two brains talk about it. I thought it was really cool because it's something that we like to do and cherish. And I was like, dang, like this really is a full-time job if you want to like really make it big.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I've been watching a lot of people's stuff on YouTube, like podcasters, and like there's some that have like real unique like shows, if you want to call them that. Like, so I've been trying to brainstorm like something really unique that we could put together down here. Like, yeah, we'll always do this show.
Yeah.
This is our bread and butter. Like, we get together for an hour and a half, shoot the shit, talk about what happened this week, pop culture, blah, blah, blah. But like, if we could come up with something unique that it would be more tailored to the YouTube page, probably not Spotify. You know, it'd be great.
Yeah, I
It'd
agree.
be great.
It would be great.
If we could brainstorm some ideas, like that Jeff Wittick dude does, like he cuts people's hair and interviews them.
Fucking love Jeff.
Like that
Wittick.
shit's funny, dude. Like, if you can just come up with something unique. I'm sounding like a broken record.
No.
but
Did you watch the one where he was cutting Dave's hair, Portnoy's hair, and he was like panicking because he didn't realize that he's like an actual barber, like Jeff really is.
Oh, yeah.
He was just panicking the whole time. It was so funny.
I guess he's his regular
Now he is.
barber.
Anytime he needs his haircut, he calls him and he
Yeah.
cuts his hair now, which is hysterical.
I think that's pretty fun.
I'd caught on just a couple episodes up on some hot ones this week. I haven't watched it in forever. The Tom Holland one is just so funny.
It's really good. Yeah.
He seems like such a great dude.
Yeah.
You guys noticed Sean got new teeth?
I did notice that.
Sean got no.
He smiled. I was like, damn, his teeth look good. And then I like looked back at old pictures. He got new teeth.
Oh.
But like
That's sly dog.
he is a sly dog. That is such a great idea for a
Dude,
show.
it's that
I mean,
show. That's like the show.
It
when I
is.
think about like ideas like that,
So,
they just knocked
yeah,
it out of the park.
They did. I mean, and one, Sean Evans is like the most incredible interviewer I've ever seen in
He
my
is.
life.
He's great.
He's very prepared.
Yeah. That's what you got to give him his credit because he is a very good interviewer. But like he was on Jeff Wittick's podcast.
Yep.
I listened to that, dude. He gets millions of views, has huge celebrities on his show, and you come to find out it probably does not cost a lot of money to make
Oh,
those
hell
episodes.
no.
Dude, I was thinking this whole time that they had like an in-house like chef that would, cook the wings before the guests got there. No, they're mobile with that show. I didn't realize.
Which I was going to say that I'm happy you did. I didn't realize that at all.
They're mobile with it. So they kind of go to the guests if they can, and then they just order takeout wings from a nearby place
Really?
and then sauce them up. That's
Really?
awesome. Yeah.
I didn't know.
And
That's so
literally,
sick.
he's like, we just bring big black like cloths or whatever. We hang them all up around, set up a table, and that's the
Do
set.
they just go to their houses or whatever?
Yeah.
That's
What do you
awesome.
say? Like 50 to 75% of the episodes now are
Yeah.
all mobile.
Yeah. They're like completely mobile. They're just going to the guest.
Which is brilliant.
It is brilliant.
And that's what I've heard Wallow and Gilly off $1 Million Worth of Game, the Barstool podcast. That's what they started doing too. They're like, we can't do this Zoom shit. So if we want guests, if they can't come to us,
Dude,
they just go to their house.
It's crazy. Zoom podcast. Like I end up turning them off.
Dude, I can't.
Like yeah.
Yeah, I can't do unless there's some that are really well made.
Yeah.
But it's hard to do. And no offense to Sith here, but like him and I tried to do a new Midnight Gamer episode like 2 weeks ago. It's just like you just feel like you're like talking over each other.
Yeah.
I hate it.
And
I fucking hate it. I
there's
can't.
always, even if you guys are 100% on your game, going back and forth and not talking over each other, there's always that like second lag that fucks everything.
Yeah.
All the time.
Every time.
And that's why I'm with you. Like if I see there's some episode that I want to watch or listen and it's a Zoom one, I can't do it.
Yeah. So Justin Moore, you know, the singer, I just found out he has a podcast. So I was like looking it up, and his co-host, this is a huge sidebar, but his co-host, I forget what he goes by, used to write songs with the guy that I work with now.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. So the guy I work with, he used to be signed with Big and Rich, the band.
That's
And
crazy.
he was a songwriter for them.
That's cool.
No, yeah, so legit. But anyway, what the fuck? Oh yeah. So I saw that they had Matthew McConaughey, and I was like, oh, I gotta listen. Like Matthew McConaughey's like my number one guy. Like, and it was a Zoom one, and the audio was awful. I ended up turning it off like 5-10 minutes in. I was like, man, I just can't listen to it.
I was bummed because McConaughey was on Rogan too.
Yeah,
I was like, this is gonna be fire. They're both in Texas, and his was Zoom too. I was like, I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't do them.
Is that the one guy you would interview if you could do anybody?
Me?
That's a good
Would
question.
probably be McConaughey.
Yeah, he's my guy. He's
I
my
know
number
why.
one guy. Matthew McConaughey, no doubt.
Honestly, dude, right now, if I could interview anybody, it'd be Zendaya. No lie.
She's legit. I like Zendaya.
She's like dude, if you think about she was in Euphoria, Spider-Man, Dune, all this stuff this year. And she literally just seems like, and yes, I'm fucking stroking both of them, but I'm so happy Tom Holland and Zendaya are together. They both seem like the coolest people
they do.
I've ever listened to on interviews. It's funny seeing them on social media and doing things. Like, I would just want to sit down and just pick her brain and be like, at what age did you know you were going to be an actress, singer, model?
Well, you know what's crazy? I saw like a throwback video of Zendaya, whatever, one of her famous songs. He said this song came out 9 years ago today. She's only like 24 or 25.
She was involved with Disney forever. Right?
Yeah, but like, think of that. That's crazy.
Who would you interview, you think?
Easy. Adam Sandler.
Oh,
Without
that's a
question.
good
That's
one.
a
Without
really
question.
good one.
Dude, he goes on the Dan Patrick show often, and it's always electric. I love hearing his stories, dude. Like, it's amazing. Like,
I love Adam
he's
Sandler.
just the coolest fucking guy in the world. So down to earth. He's filthy fucking rich, but just so down to earth. Puts all his friends in his movies. He puts Dan Patrick in his movies.
Yeah.
Like,
The best is when you see the videos and pictures of him just showing up the basketball courts and like shirts and shorts that are so big, just playing with regular ass dudes.
yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Because, and you know, that doesn't really happen that much anymore with the whole, like, I'm sure it happens more than I believe, but seeing a big time guy just go in and just chopping it up on the court with people, to me, is like incredible.
Yeah. And he's I'm sending him a wedding invitation.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
to my wedding.
That's
we'll
so
see
cool.
if I get a response. But
What if he just shows up?
it would make my life.
It would make my life.
I mean, like,
I feel like that'd be like you'd look around, you had your friends, your wife, Adam Sandler, and you'd be like, I can just die now.
yeah, no, that's literally what I was just about to say. I would be like, I feel if that happened, I could probably die happily
Yeah.
after all that.
But-
Yeah, like he's just an all timer for me,
Yeah.
dude. Grew up with his movies. He seems like the coolest down to earth guy. Like he doesn't flaunt his wealth at all.
No.
Dude, he shows up to these interviews and stuff in like t-shirts, shorts, like you said. He just doesn't look like a Hollywood A-lister
It might
at
have
all.
It might have been on the Dan Patrick show, or it might have been on PMT, or it might have been you. Somebody told me it's like, yeah, he just wears clothes that people just send
Yeah,
him.
no, yeah, that's what he does.
Which is crazy.
Like people he'll wear him in movies sometimes. He it's like a thing for him. Like people just send him t-shirts.
Can we send him one?
So like
let's get his
yeah,
address.
Yeah, we
We
should.
should send him one.
He's got like an unlimited amount of. I wouldn't be surprised if he wears like a new T-shirt
every time
every
he wears
day.
a shirt. Yeah.
Because it's become a thing, and like if you pay attention to some of his movies and stuff, I think like Grown Ups would be a good example. Like he just wears random T-shirts.
Dude,
Like
I would just come if I'm just watching some kind of movie that he's in
Dude,
and just he has the
if-
tie-dye juice,
Oh
I
my
would
God.
I
If
would
Grown
get
Ups-
rock hard.
If I
bro.
saw a preview for Grown Ups 3 and he just had a tie-dye juice box shirt on, I'd be like, what the
Hey,
fuck?
we made it.
For real.
Yeah.
Who would you
But,
interview,
yeah.
Bubba?
Okay, so I have two, and they're both 100% for me, not for an audience. But it would be Sidney Crosby, but after he's done playing,
Okay.
because he's like the most private person, and like everything's hockey speak. Like I think Chicklets is the first like long interview he's ever done.
Yeah.
So it'd be him to get like the real stories about the Penguins, and then two would be Neil deGrasse Tyson,
Oh,
just so I could ask him my weird space
Dude.
questions
he would be a great one.
Does
too.
he annoy you?
a little bit
Okay.
sometimes.
He
yeah.
annoys me, but I still like him.
No, I like him. I'm just he does sometimes say things where I'm like, dude, come on, like you like are big in the space thing, and you're gonna try to tell me that aliens aren't real? Like, come on, that kind of stuff.
He doesn't mind putting people down.
No,
or
not at
telling
all.
you that you're full
Dude,
of
when
shit.
he went on Rogan, one of his Rogans, he interrupted Joe
that was what I was gonna say.
million times.
That's what he annoys me. He
Yeah.
takes over and talk,
And
which I like him talking, but it's too much.
Yeah, like you could see Joe was like getting like annoyed. Like, dude, this is my show. You're not gonna take charge of.
That's why I gave Will Crompton so much credit, because McAfee was being McAfee. So like when Will would try to ask him serious questions, like McAfee would McAfee his way out of it, and then Will finally was like, "This is my interview. Like I'm asking the questions here," and then it was sick. Then it got serious.
That's cool.
so fucking cool.
You guys, I want to shift gears here.
Shift the gears.
Shift the fucking gear.
I
man.
want to speak on something because,
Speak.
and I think maybe we've talked about it before, but I saw yesterday that White Men Can't Jump is getting
Oh, I saw
rebooted
this.
with Jack Harlow.
I don't
I
want.
like Jack Harlow, so this isn't meant to be a diss on him, but like, that's a movie that doesn't need a reboot. That
Agreed.
movie is great. That's a
Agreed.
very
agreed
good movie.
100% on both things. I love Jack Harlow, but they don't need to remake the
Yeah.
movie.
So, and that just, I want to speak on a broader topic, like this trend of like rebooting franchises or movies that really aren't that old. It needs to stop
I agree 100%.
because it's obviously just a cash grab.
Yeah.
And truthfully, it's never as good as the original.
No.
So to me, I don't see why it's still a popular thing to do. Like, I guess it's because of the money, but like critically, you get bashed for it.
I'm just starting to wonder too, and like this is just my fucked up brain thinking about it, but I'm just starting to wonder if like people are getting more scared to become creative because they don't know what they can put on a big screen in today's day and age without hurting someone's feelings. And a lot of stories that you write, if you cut certain things out of it, it doesn't make this, like it ruins the whole dynamic of the story. So I'm just wondering, kind of like on what you said, if it's kind of the safe thing to do now. Like if you can just be like, oh, this movie happened already, so we could get away with redoing it and putting our own little pizzazz on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's frustrating.
I think it's a safe thing more with like the monetary aspect. Like you when you be more creative, you always take a inherent risk. Like when you make a movie that's already been successful, like there's not much of a risk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Very
not
true.
much. Like I'm okay with like sequels happening, like even sequels that happen like 20 years after the original, because you're not rebooting and redoing the movie, you're adding on to the story. Now those movies aren't always good. A lot of them end up not being that great because it's just hard. It's hard to take something that was like beloved and then 20 years later make something relevant to continue the story. Like that's tough.
It is tough.
Like, but I don't have a problem with it because maybe it taints the original a little bit, but not really because it still can stand by itself. But reboots like this, like that Fresh Prince remake, I think it looks dumb as fuck. That there's so many. I guess Dune was a remake technically, but I never saw the original.
yeah, I
And
haven't.
I never saw the new one.
I
either.
haven't watched the new Bel Air show, and truthfully, I
have
haven't
no
heard
interest
anybody
in it.
talking about it though. Like I haven't heard anybody say it's good or bad.
I see. Yeah. No, I see nothing about it. When the trailer came out, most comments I saw were like negative. The only time I see anything about it is when I'm watching stuff on Peacock. It just plays the fucking ad for the show over and over, and I think it just I just can't get it. I think the show looks dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know why you take that idea and make it serious.
Well, I'm like a broken record. I think it is like the streaming services, right there. Like they all need a jolt, so that's what they have those exclusive
Yeah,
things that are old.
Well, I saw for Paramount Plus, they keep doing. They just did like a challenge All Stars, and then they're doing like another challenge show. And I saw Tori Deal, who me and JT love. She's like a badass on the challenge. Somebody asked her like, "Is it kind of frustrating?" And she basically said in a nutshell, it's not that it's frustrating. She just hopes that they continue the actual tradition along, because when you're taking side things on these streaming platforms, there's a chance if they get more eyes or make more money on that they could just cut the one on regular TV, and that would suck.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would suck.
But
Really?
go ahead.
Sorry, I really want to get into a reality show, like something you just watch once a week. And
I
don't
got
have to-
one for you,
JT's
baby.
got one. He's been on my ass,
Dude, I'd never heard of it until Angie just put it on. It's on Netflix. There's 3 seasons, so you could binge it, or you could just space it out if you want to. It's called The Circle, okay? And it sounds ridiculous, but one, it was perfectly made for this whole COVID time. So think of like Big Brother, okay? You know what Big Brother
Yeah.
is, except you all are in your separate room the entire time, and you only talk via text message on your TV. And like there's catfish involved, so you have your profile,
Oh yeah.
and really the winner is just who's the most like popular, because you rank them each week. Like
What a
you do,
microcosm of
you do your ranking. Like, oh, this
today's
person's
age.
my friend. Like, I don't care for them, so I'm putting them last. It is absolutely electric.
I'm excited to
Dude,
start it. He's been talking about it all week.
Like, it is so good. I thought this is gonna be so dumb. It is so fucking good. Like, I love it so much. I'm about to finish so for some reason I started on season 3. We finished season 3. We got one more episode in season 1, and then starting season 2. It is
Gotcha.
it
I
is
might have to
so
dive
good.
because it's gonna sound really lame, but I mean people have probably seen me tweet about it. But when I lived in Morgantown, we had a bar in our basement that me and Joey built, and we would do a bachelor night every Monday. It's like all our friends would come over for the bachelor, and we'd like do drinking games and stuff. Like we had a big board with all the drinking games on it, and it was so fun.
Yeah,
And that was like a once a week thing that we did.
that does sound
Dude,
fun.
The Bachelor and Bachelorette's one thing that scares the fuck out of me, because I know I would love it, and I also know how much time you have to invest.
Yeah, it's
in it,
addicting.
though.
I mean,
It's
it's
long,
like
isn't it?
stupid, but at the same time, we'll do like brackets and stuff. It was fun.
I'm just such a sucker for a good reality TV show, though. I really
Yeah,
am.
it's-
Oh,
dude, I don't know the last reality television show I've
I
watched.
love reality.
Has to be. Dude, I don't know.
Reality's
It's probably
sick.
got to be
I
Jersey
love-
Shore.
Really?
What?
Seriously.
Dude, I love reality
Jersey
TV.
Shore, what? Family Vacation?
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
that what it was?
Yeah.
It
Dude,
wasn't too long ago.
I always say, dude, that's still on, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
season 6. It's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
I always say this, but it does fascinate me to this day that it's insane to think that at one point in time, the Jersey Shore cast was the most famous cast
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
They were too.
They were just a global phenomenon that took literally TV by storm, and everybody knew who they were.
They were like the Kardashians.
for 2 years. They
Yeah.
literally
For
were
dancing like in a stupid manner and fighting in the streets of Jersey
Yeah,
Shore.
literally.
I kind of want to rewatch the original seasons, dude.
Yeah,
I
it's
watched
so
them. I was
good.
obsessed with them.
Yeah.
They were
dude,
funny.
and then you learn that Mike was just fucked up the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like on drugs, fucked up the
Yeah.
whole time. And then you go back and watch old episodes, and you're like,
It makes
"Oh yeah, I
sense.
can tell
Oh,
now."
and Ronnie was stoned all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, and you, dude, we used to say that. I used to be like, you'd get to the part of the episode where they'd come home for the night, like after being out, and Ron would always be fucking grubbing and like doing those like laughs.
Yeah.
I'd be like, dude, he is ripped up right now. He's for sure fucking stoned. What a
Jersey
what a
Shore's-
great show.
yeah.
Yeah, it was electric.
It
That
is.
first season was electric.
You know what's even crazier is that Buckwild
Yeah.
was had bigger numbers,
Dude,
and then it just
See, that blows
ended
my
like
mind.
that
that.
blows-
I hated it just because of the stereotypes.
dude,
Yeah,
it
I
was,
didn't
I
really
mean,
watch
it was trending up. Dude, I mean, we've told this 100
But yeah, I remember you
times.
saying that you would watch it every week.
We'd like run
religiously.
back. But look, I think what made it cool for us is that like we went to school with some of them
Yeah.
and would see them, and we actually had opportunities to be in the same room and hang out with some of them.
Yeah, where we would run back, to my apartment after class, that women in movies class. What's her face lived in that apartment building with us. What the fuck was her name? Was it Katie?
Katie, yeah.
Do we know like how that show started? Did anyone ever find that out? Like what?
Did
Dude, it was-
Manchin try to stop it?
It was essentially looking for the next. It was looking for the next Jersey Shore. They thought to themselves like, what area of the country has a stereotype? Because that's what the Jersey Shore was.
100%.
It was an area of the country that had a stereotype of people. They went to West Virginia
And they found them.
and they found them, and like they found however many of them there were, 6 or 7 of them that were like really fit the West Virginia
Yeah.
stereotype, like
Dude,
a little too much.
another good one that wasn't as famous was Party Down South,
Oh, I loved Party
which
Down
was
South.
kind of, once they canceled Buckwild, was kind of like
the next one,
yeah. It was really
Where
good.
was that the one that was filmed at Merle's Inlet?
Yes. And that one was special because it was on CMT.
Which is crazy because I go to Merle's Inlet every year.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah, I
Seasons
remember.
there, I believe.
Yeah.
And the dude Walt, the only thing he wore the entire time was a plain white tee,
All
like
the time.
nothing else. Plain white tee and jeans. Every outfit for every
Dude,
occasion.
You said it, but I know it's a different show, but T-shirt time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fucking huge,
It
bro.
was.
Everybody be like, T-shirt time when you're pre-gaming. It was
Yeah.
it was like really a thing.
Yeah.
Cabs are here.
Cabs are here. We still do that.
Yeah.
Cabs
Yeah,
are
they're
here.
huge.
Dude.
GTL.
Yeah.
GTL.
That's crazy.
And I really do honestly think that Buckwild was going to be the next. I mean, it was. Its numbers were huge, but like just tragedy struck for him.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it
It
was
it's like was just
it was the perfect storm. Like you got these people from West Virginia that fit the stereotype where it's like a couple cute and good-looking girls just with these fucking rednecks that just want to run through mud and everything like that. And like you just put them all together and it was
Dude.
you put alcohol in the mix and it was
Yeah.
just a shit
And
show.
then when they were going to they're going to the big city to go out for the night on the town, and it's fucking Morgantown.
it's more than dude. The Morgantown episode cracks me up.
Was
dude.
there a Morgantown?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
dude.
Morgantown
It's so
episode.
far.
And
What was
and
it? Bent? Did
they're-
they give it bent?
No, they went to
Joe
Joe
Mom's.
Mom's, I think.
and they're talking. They're talking like, oh, we should go to Morgantown. And the one dude, he's like sitting on the couch with a grin. He's like, Morgantown's fucking sick. Morgantown's sick.
Dude, I forgot about that. They were so hyped. They're like, yeah, we're about to
it's
go
like they're
out.
going to Nashville or something.
Dude, I actually I had a fucking huge crush on the one girl. I was obsessed with her. Not upset.
Oh,
I was not
what was her
obsessed, but
name?
like
Shay?
Shay.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
I
still
thought-
follow her.
I thought she was fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
I used to follow her. Don't know what happened. I was in the same room as her
yeah,
at I think it was Joel's apartment.
yeah. I mean, dude, it's Cara F and Parrish. I mean, shit's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
I have
bro.
some stories about her that I can't tell on the pod.
Unless she comes on. to talk
Unless
about it.
unless she comes on, yeah.
But yeah, dude, like, I mean, like, no judgment. You get your money the way you get your money. But like, one of them was a stripper, the other one was selling heroin. Like,
Yeah.
it was West Virginia,
Yeah,
bro.
It was
Holy shit!
yeah.
Which one was the stripper?
Ashley.
See, I can't even remember them. I only remember Kara and Shay.
Yeah.
I can't
Where'd
even
she
think of the
work?
other one.
Sissonville or wherever. it was.
Katie was really
think so.
pretty, but she was the one that like didn't fit.
Yeah, she
She
was
like came from like a well-off family.
So putting it in Outer Banks perspective, she was the kook amongst pogues.
Yeah,
For people that know what that means, because she definitely didn't. You could tell she just grew up with them, but she didn't like fit into what they. liked
no,
to do
she
at
was
all.
They had to have some kind of contrast to the cast.
Oh, what about Salwa?
Yeah, so Saul was the one that got arrested.
for dealing heroin.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wow, I forgot about these people.
Dude, wow. What a shot at Anna. Her pictures are mug
Just
shot.
a
Are you
mug shot.
shitting me, dude? That's fucked up, bro.
Where's the other
This
dude?
looks like a MySpace page.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're missing the one guy.
Is it? I don't know.
It's probably Joey.
I can't remember.
Joey's
his
the one.
name.
He had long hair.
Yeah, that's what I was
yeah,
thinking.
then there's Tyler. There was only 3 of them.
Yeah, there's
Shane,
only
Tyler,
3
and Joey.
guys. Wow.
You know why they call it a holler? That's still the best. He's like, hey.
Oh my god.
We should absolutely try to get a few of them on.
Yeah,
if they're still living in West Virginia.
I wouldn't even know where to start, but I'm sure we'll start spamming them. We'll just see whatever. Oh yeah, there it is. Where are they now? Holy shit. Look at them, dude. Oh man, that brings back memories. Shout out
Wow.
Shane, RIP a legend, man, for real, bro.
Yeah, he was awesome. Feel bad.
Wow, that's kind of wow. What's up? But I don't know, man. Nah, reality and dude,
Look at these targeted ads. Look at that shirt.
yeah, for real. What the fuck?
They sure know
Uh.
Buckwild's target audience.
Yeah, look at that 600-pound chick. She's fucking thick.
I don't even know if this is actually her Twitter or not. I used to follow her Twitter. And I feel like she had more followers than this.
How many?
394
Oh, that
followers.
can't be her.
right?
I don't know. We'll have to just do some
No,
investigating.
it hasn't,
I'll do
tweeted
some
tweeted
digging.
since over 2 years ago.
Oh, I don't know.
So,
Could be. I don't know. We'll have to do some investigating.
fuck, dude. There's so many fake accounts for this chick. There's literally like 6 different ones claiming to be her.
What is that? The novelty of that? I've never understood.
I
Making
don't
the
know.
fake accounts for like girls.
Dude, it's happening to like girls around Wheeling.
all the time. Yeah, I've messaged them. They never message me back.
It happened
Every
to my
time
it
somebody-
happened to
one
my
of 'em-
cousin actually. Someone made like it was a Snapchat actually, like just basically just trying to steal her identity.
I just don't get the end game because they always get shut down.
yeah, I don't get it
immediately.
either.
I wonder myself too. It's like, are they successful? Like, what's their success?
I
rate?
think they're trying to be.
But what are they trying?
They're trying to be.
succeed
They're
in?
trying to become the next Tinder swindler.
No, because from what I understand, at least the Instagram ones, they make these profiles of them and make these fake OnlyFans accounts.
But they're not like it would make
that
sense if
makes
they
sense.
want people to buy their OnlyFans, but they're never real accounts. It's like a
No.
fake web page
right.
that looks like OnlyFans.
that looks like OnlyFans.
So you're not paying them. So what is the point?
But dude, I'm sure there's drunk motherfuckers that are like, "Ooh, this bitch just started an OnlyFans."
yeah,
Puts in
yeah.
the credit
Yeah,
card.
that girl I know who it started like, come on.
Yeah, literally 2 girls that I went to college with. In this past week, both like put on their Instagram story like a picture of a fake profile supposed to be them and was like, report this.
Yeah.
Is that the ultimate compliment?
I was thinking that. I was like, I would kind of take that as a compliment.
Yeah, is that like?
But it sucks. Report them, but I'm flattered.
No,
And-
but then you have the girls too that they'll get people making fake profiles, but they have to let everyone know that someone's making
Yeah.
a fake profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh my gosh, spam or report this account. Someone's trying to be me. Like all over their stories. I'm like,
But I have some great
I see what
advice
you're
for the
doing.
people that are doing this. Stop following everyone that person follows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Why don't you follow
Yeah.
other people?
Make
if
Yeah.
you
the
want it to work?
profile and go follow randoms. Yeah, that you're right. That is such a good point.
dude,
100%.
there's always those fake Facebook girls too. You're like,
All the
God.
time, yeah. I
That-
think we've talked about it on
yeah,
here before. It's
and then
all
I
the
went to
time.
one once, and I I'm like, this is definitely fake. And then I scrolled down and was just like looking through stuff, and then all these just Middle Eastern names were in the comments
Yeah.
in just a different language. I was
Right.
like, this is
I thought you'd be
100%
like, the
fake.
one friend is me or something.
I haven't been messaged by a fake Facebook profile in a while. It used to happen kind of often.
Yeah, I do. I want to know what their end game is there.
Think
Is there a way to like
sometime-
hack into stuff if you
I-
somehow get someone to answer you. I don't know.
I sometimes don't think that there is an end game all the time. I think that people just like get off on fake conversation. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they're
You're right.
they're introverts or like just fucking weird people that like don't leave their house and they just like that's what they do for fun.
Did I ever tell? I don't know if I did or not, but did I ever tell you guys the story about the Jamaicans that called me and said I won the West Virginia lottery?
I don't think so.
I've never told you guys this. So I'm in a hotel in Morgantown. This is perfect. And I get this number that calls and it says Jamaica. So I answer, and I mean, the guy is plain as day Jamaican. And he's got this whole script. He's like, I can't do the accent very well. He's like, I'm
slap at the base, man.
he's like, I'm calling. He's like, you won something through the West Virginia lottery. We just need 100. You know how it is, $100. And I just kind of laughed and I was like, oh, I didn't play the lottery, whatever. Calls me instantly right back. Gives me the same spiel. I was nice, basically did the same thing again, hung up. He calls me back a third time. And this time I get him to break character. I'm like, dude, you're in Jamaica. You're not with the West Virginia lottery. I'm not an old person. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm not giving you my credit card. I know what's going on. And he just started busting out laughing. Some guy was behind him. They were laughing. And he just goes, we'll just keep calling you. I was like, I'll just keep answering. And then I hung up and blocked the number. But it was so funny because towards the end, they literally just came out and was like, we need this money, like whatever. And I'm like, you don't work for the fucking West Virginia lottery.
You know what's sad? I want to know like how many people they get to do it.
Dude, but
because I bet you it's a lot. They probably call every phone number in the fucking United States.
100%.
They probably have their squad of people in their whatever, their office building, and that's what they're doing is just calling people all day.
Even the one time my grandpa got duped from one of those callers, and he got so far to where, you know how like when you call Microsoft or whatever, they can get access to your he got so far to where the guy was like moving his shit around.
That happened. Mr. Exley, he owns a ski shop. He called me up one day, and he's like, I'm on my home line right now with Microsoft tech support, and he's taking control of my computer right now, and he's fixing these issues that I'm apparently having. And he's like, am I getting scammed? So he said to me, I was like, yes, yes, you are. He's like, oh, can you come over here? I was like, yeah, I drove up to his house, and it's still happening. This dude's just going through all his files and stuff. And like, I got on the phone and just started ripping this guy a new one.
Good.
I was like, no real person that works for Microsoft would take over your computer. Like whatever they call that. There's a fucking name for it. I can't remember. I was
playing God.
I started like exiting and out everything. And then Mr. Actually, he's older or whatever. He gets back on the phone. He's like not going off on him like I was. Like I was calling the guy like a fucking piece of shit, like a dickhead or whatever. And he gets on. He's like, hey, man, you know, my credit card company, it'll play around. he's like, they're going to be coming for you, man.
Oh my God.
And if you know Mr. Exley, he's like the sweetest guy, great fucking guy.
Yeah.
Like never seen him confrontational. And like, that was his version of being confrontational. Like, they're gonna come after you. Like, dude, it just cracked me up. But back to your phone call. I had a fucking missed call last week from Jamaica.
Well,
they were probably trying to get me.
It's a wild ride.
I had a call from Germany the other day. Really weird number.
Did you answer?
No, I didn't answer. Yeah, because I got friends in Germany. I'm looking for a phone call for. I thought, you know what I thought it was? I thought it was some Ukraine family who escaped the Ukraine and made it to Germany and was just calling for help. But I didn't answer.
Please help.
I did for a split second. I was like, you know what? No, I'm not answering. But
that's for the best.
I don't answer any number I don't have.
Me too.
I used to be that way, but it's just like so hard now because like, I don't know. I just answer. I'm so used to answering everything on my work phone that I don't have to where like I just answer it. And there's always that split thought in my head. It's like, what if it's somebody I know that like needs help and they're using someone else's phone? And then every time I answer, I get pissed. I'm like, why the fuck did you answer,
It's always
you
the
idiot?
same fucking thing. hello.
Yeah.
Can we talk to you about your car's warranty
Yeah.
or whatever? And I'm
God.
like, you fuckers.
I just want to know, like, how heartless these people are recording these audio things, like trying to get people to fall for it. I'm like, because sometimes it just sounds like a sweet woman who just seems like she would have a great, successful career in the fashion industry.
Yeah.
And she's just recording a fake recording to try to get you to send them money.
Have you
That's
ever
bullshit, right?
I know.
Have
like,
you ever wondered though, like, what if it is a real insurance company? I doubt it is.
No, I mean,
I don't know. I've never stayed on the line long enough to hear those car warranty ones to see what their end game is. I guess they want you to renew your warranty or buy a new warranty for your car. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
But like, if you go into my phone and go to my blocked numbers list,
I have so
I have
dude,
a lot
it's,
too.
it's so many. But you know the shitty thing is they fucking they mask their actual number with West
Yeah.
Virginia numbers. So like I don't think this has ever happened, but like you could end up having someone you know's number blocked
Yep.
because they called you masking their number.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't this fucking happen
Wait,
to you?
who called me?
Yeah,
Nick Schubert.
yeah.
Yeah. The caller ID said Nick Schubert, and I answered, and it was someone asking me about my car warranty. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Like
dude,
that's just
fuck you,
ridiculous.
I got
Schubert.
one last week and it said Delbert White on it. And I'm like, oh man. And it's just this innocent old guy's like, hey, he's like, you call me? He's like, I had a missed call. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. He's like, well, it said you called me. I'm like, and then like I tried to explain it to him, and he's like, don't worry about it, man. He's like, I know it's not your fault. And then he just wanted to talk. I'm like, I gotta go, Delbert. Like,
Wait, Jake, I got it. Wait, Timothy Embray? Or no?
Delbert.
I got some guy named Timothy
Wait,
Embray.
so wait, their
that called me.
names come up.
There's
for you
names
guys?
that pop up
names
now.
that pop
I
up
don't.
now.
That doesn't happen to me.
Yeah, me either.
Well,
It's
it's gonna
not-
start.
It's not all the time.
But that kind of I didn't think it through and as much as I did last week, but I made a hate list. Can I go through it real fast?
For
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
So my first one is
Wait, did you not do it last week?
no, I did.
He did another one.
Okay.
I have some more too.
Fuck, I didn't do it.
I genuinely felt terrible. That's why I was
no,
asking.
I didn't plan it.
All
I
right, let's
just
fucking go.
I was watching a sports game and I found a lot of things I hated, so I wrote them down. Number 5 was the awkwardness of talking to people on the phone. So that's why I don't understand why. I don't know if it's because I'm antisocial.
No, I don't. I agree. I know what you mean. Though.
I know what you mean.
But
too.
just say it, I just hate it.
Listen
I hate
to
calling
this.
people.
I'm the same way. And how weird is this? This has got to be a me thing. To make my phone calls less awkward, I put it on speaker.
Dude, I do the
I
same
don't know
thing.
why. Versus
What?
having it to my
You
ear
move
and
her
out
out a
like
little
this, it just makes it 100 times
Dude,
better.
I do the exact same thing.
agree.
Exact same thing.
It's
That's
to
crazy.
the point where I answer all my phone calls on speaker.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
The second one I had was the song Uptown Funk. I'm not really sure why, but I despise that fucking song.
I agree.
At every event that there's like a band that plays sort of newer music, they play that fucking song every time.
This makes me feel incredible because even when the song came out, I fucking hated it.
yeah,
But,
I've
Same.
always hated
Fucking
fucking
hate
but
it.
you couldn't be that guy that's like Uptown Funk sucks because then someone's like,
Yeah, but it's electric to older people. When that shit plays,
I agree.
everyone's out of their seats. Number 3 is rules analysts that are like a part of the crew and they go to like Bob, who's
Yeah!
ex-referee. Fuck those
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah, dude, like Mike Pereira on
Oh,
Fox. Like, hey,
oh, yeah.
Mike, what do you think about this? He's like, well, blah, 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 blah.
'Cause
Well, I
it's either
completely
like
agree.
super obvious or no one has a fucking clue. And they're like, well, it's kind of a judgment call. Like, why do they ever go those people?
Agreed.
Number 2 is indigestion.
yeah.
Feel that.
I'm
Yeah.
plagued in my old age with indigestion. And then similarly to the rules analyst is number 1, sky cams or the Booger McFarland sideline cam. Just like have the one fucking view. Is it that hard?
I'm with you.
Every like the newer I don't know what station it was that was doing the Penguin game, but every power play they go to like the
Yeah.
stands cam.
Yeah, I hate that.
You can't see shit.
No, I fucking hate that.
It's like it's so much worse for
I
so
haven't
much
seen this yet.
more effort. Like just
I-
do what every other station has
I'm
always done.
totally against, in any sport, any alternate camera view. Stick to the basics. That's what I want to see.
If they
Yeah.
score, then go to the ref
Yeah,
helmet
sure.
cam or something.
Yeah, if there's a goal or a touchdown or whatever, you can show the different angles on the replays. But like, holy fuck,
So let me
it's
ask
jarring
you this.
during the game.
It has nothing. Well, kind of has something to do with it, but did you play on 2K view when you played like NHL and 2K, or did you play the side way? Because I know people that have played both. You play straight forward, like when you're dribbling down, or do you play like side to side?
On 2K, yeah, dude, I got to think about that because I have to think about this because this was something I used to be up in arms about. Like, and now I can't remember which one I picked.
Because I don't want to put words in your mouth because I don't know, but me and Jacko like to play head on, and a lot of people like to play side to side. So I know that was always a big deal when we'd all just like fucking.
No, I'm pretty sure I was sitting here thinking about it. I was a head on guy. I didn't like the side to side because I didn't like shooting threes and stuff on the opposite side,
I agree,
like on the far side.
because I always thought people were insane playing even in NHL. Like you can switch it to up and down.
Because there's an advantage to one of the camera views.
100%. 100. So
and
like
whoever had it twice would be pissed.
Yeah,
dude, that is so funny. That used to be the biggest fucking thing. It's like,
It'd be
who's
who's
home?
home? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Rock paper scissors for home then.
well, dude, you were home last time. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
Definitely a straight, especially for a basketball game. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, the only sports game that I would play in a side-to-side view is FIFA.
I agree.
None of the other ones.
But I'm sure if I knew what was going on in soccer, I'd probably like the other way.
That's a good point.
I just have always played that way because I don't really understand what's going on.
Dude, I went to Angie's brother's soccer game. Well, actually, like 5 of them in a row. Soccer's pretty electric.
I went
the-
to one women's soccer game
Yeah.
at WU, and it was sick.
Yeah, and these kids were only like 14, so I'm like, man, like a older people playing soccer's kind of
The older I
could
get,
be lit.
I give much more appreciation to soccer players.
But my issue was, it's just the crowd. It's funny how crowds are different. Like, for some reason, like when it was getting intense, I just wanted to yell, like, hit somebody.
Right.
But I'm like, this is soccer.
Right.
You can't hit.
You can't do that.
You can't do
The
that.
only thing with soccer, and I feel like everybody knows this, is like I can't stand the acting that they got hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is my
Yeah.
big thing about soccer.
It
And
kills
no
me.
offense in the NBA as well.
Dude, basketball
NBA
is
is bad.
terrible.
Dude, when you
with
see a
that shit.
fucking mammoth of a man
Oh my
like LeBron
God.
go down and just milk an injury, I'm like, dude, you're embarrassing yourself. I'm
NBA's
He's
I'm
like,
I'm like, please stand up.
he like rubs his face.
I
and
get
shit.
I get
I'm
like
"Shh."
secondhand embarrassment
know.
from it.
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
"Oh,
please stand up.
LeBron James, big loser.
dude. That's
He is.
That's why. That's why I get excited to watch like Team USA in the World Cup and the Olympics because, yes, that happens, but not to the extent that it happens in any of those like pro leagues.
Yeah.
Like when USA plays Mexico and Canada and shit, like they're fucking running their mouths and it's electric the whole time.
At one point in my life, I'm going to be a part of that fandom. Like, I'm going to either go to a game in Europe or something, or
Well,
just
I'm
be
down.
really into a team.
Dude, I couldn't imagine being in one of those stadiums where there's over like 100,000 people.
No.
But what's cool about soccer is they sing.
Yeah.
They all have their team songs and they're
That's
singing the
cool,
whole
yeah.
time. It's like, this is sick.
That was on part of my itinerary for my honeymoon was when we got to London, we were going to go to a match.
You
Where?
sound like you're from London.
London. When we got to
London.
London, we were going to go to a match, and I was super excited for that because like the vibes are wild.
It's
Plus,
always
plus
fun
I
to
always
watch.
like the threat that a brawl
Yeah.
could break out.
Yeah,
I get into that. I'd have to definitely wear the home team's
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
yeah. Oh, 100%.
And
but, you know,
it's
I-
fascinating. They all have like their own like bars that they go to, and then
Yeah.
they have their mobs, and they just like plan like street fights after games.
Dude.
It's like, this is
Dude,
great.
you ever see the movie Euro Trip?
Not in a very long time.
Dude,
but
it's a
yes.
good fucking movie. I love when they end up in that. What do they call them? The hooligans?
Hooligans,
Soccer
yes.
hooligans. They end
Yeah.
up in the pub with the hooligans. That's funny.
Dude, my biggest thing for Europe that seems the most appealing and exciting to me is going on just a very simple Irish pub crawl.
Yeah,
Oh,
Just-
I'd be
that was
sick.
on. That's on. Also,
Like, how
on-
fun does that sound?
dude? That's
Just
like
get a dark fucking whatever beer
Yeah.
and just like in an Irish pub, you're just like
a warm Guinness. I think
McGregor.
that's how
Like,
it's served there.
yeah.
Like I always say
It's
this because I am
legit.
a pussy and I know everybody hates Americans and like that's why I get scared to go anywhere else. But for one perspective, I think it would be very cool to see cultural differences.
I think we,
Wow.
yeah.
Like how people live day-to-day life, like how people treat, like fun time versus work. I know it would be hard to see all of that stuff, but I would just like to see, because America's like work, 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 work. I would just like to see if it's like that other places.
Yeah, 100%. That's another thing that I was super excited about. Just the difference in culture. Like, I was very excited to travel by train to different areas.
Whoa,
You don't
that's
really
cool.
see that often here.
Yeah.
Like trains that go through the countryside.
Yeah, that
and
would be
shit.
so cool.
I was super excited for that, to like go to different Irish pubs, experience the locals, get to mingle with the locals.
Get some fish and chips.
Yeah, I was gonna go to Amsterdam and
Red light district.
and get stoned probably
Hit the
because
red light district.
how can you not if you're in Amsterdam? Yeah, the red light district. Yeah, maybe ride on a gondola. I think they do that in the canals of Amsterdam. Maybe that's just Italy.
Maybe ride a hippogriff. you know?
Yeah,
They got that.
yeah. When
over
I
there,
got to
think.
London, I was definitely gonna go to Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
For sure.
Go to check out Winterfell in Ireland, wherever that is.
Yeah, dude, where is
Well,
it?
I actually was doing
Winterfell, you
I
can
was gonna
tour
do-
Winterfell.
Yeah, I was. We already bought our fucking Game of Thrones tour.
Dang.
Damn.
We still might go. I
hope you still
I'm
go.
like kind of the mindset. I'm like, fuck Russia.
I mean, dude, worst case scenario, you just join Ukraine and fight back.
Yeah, like I told Brooke, I'm not too worried about it, and I'm really not scared of those people.
Yeah.
All you gotta say is like Tyson Fury's my brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Just be like, I'm Tyson Fury's #1
Yeah.
fan. And they'll be like, all right. You're
Tyson
good, dude."
Fury's my brother.
We might change up the trip because we were supposed to end the trip in Germany. Germany is close to Ukraine, but if we stay over on that what is it, the west side of Europe, we'll probably be all right.
It's literally, I'm so stupid, dude. I can't even picture where that's at on a map.
Wait, which one?
Any of those places. I
West
should
side.
know where they
I'm
are.
so bad at geography.
Bro, that's
Yeah.
why
The
that's why
West-
you gotta play the new
the
Worldle
I
game.
stink at it.
but it's
There's a Worldle game
where you have
now?
to guess the country.
No,
It's a silhouette of the country and you have to guess.
No.
It's
and it
fun.
gives you direction of how
It gives you
far
like
away
how
you
far
are.
away, like if you guess Uzbekistan,
Is that also on the New York Times website?
No,
it's just if you type in Worldle to Google, it'll be the top one.
Fuck, can
'cause
we
the
need to
grades do
come
it,
up with a game?
and I never get it.
I
Dude.
sometimes get it.
I'm not that great at geography,
It's-
so I probably wouldn't be good at it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm just
hard. I
sad
mean,
that
how are you
it's-
supposed to, and the only thing you see is just the shape of the country.
What, dude? And the funniest part's like when you tell someone you're going wherever, they're like, "Oh, you taking like I-95,
Yeah.
I-64?" It's like, I don't fucking know. Whatever the
Yeah.
GPS says, that's what
You
I'm
take a
going on.
Route 2, you take a Route 7.
Yeah, I'm like, don't ask me the street. I'm driving past the McDonald's there, on that road is how
Oh, you
I
on
explain.
Kruger?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Dude,
Right?
that is so true. That's funny.
But yeah, I just I know nothing.
That's one of those like you're turning into your parents' commercials.
Oh,
like,
100%.
drawing the whole map out of the.
You taking
the
Route
vacation.
7? Yeah. You taking Route 7 or you taking 70 West?
I'm actually pumped you guys brought up Wordle though, because I feel like it's dwindling. Knock on wood, it's dwindling
Dude,
down. On
the
social
game
media.
itself-
Wordle.
Yeah.
I,
The
I
game
play it
it's-
every day.
The game
still.
itself is great. It's the Twitter thing.
Yeah,
Like,
I have to agree.
it's just good job. You guessed a word. Like,
Yeah.
congrats. And for a while, I thought people were literally taking their time to put the square, type in
me
the
too.
squares
Oh, me
themselves.
too,
Me
my
too,
God.
dude. I was
I was
like,
like, Jesus.
How are these people like?
But like, it just frustrates me for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why.
The best
okay?
thing about it, you could just copy and paste and tweet it out and make it look like you got it.
I
You don't
have-
even play
I
the
have
game.
the
Yeah.
best word to guess.
I might just do that every day. Just do one.
I have
line.
the best first. Do you guys have a first word you guess every time?
I don't play.
Usually
It's-
just irate.
It's usually
I think, is-
steak.
Adieu, because it has 4 vowels.
Oh, that's a good
Smart.
point.
AD
I-E-A-D-I-E-U.
What's that word mean?
It's like bye.
I bid you adieu.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's
yeah,
got
yeah.
4 vowels in it, so you're like
yeah,
set
so
from
you,
the beginning.
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
steal that.
Yeah, there you go.
I like it.
I have one other thing on my docket here.
Fucking send it.
I have one thing too. Go ahead.
You send.
Do you
want
to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
Barstool did a potato draft of like what their favorite forms of potato.
Oh,
We
I-
did this, didn't we?
we did. Yeah.
Oh well, maybe
Oh,
things
go ahead,
change.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I'm just curious what everyone's favorite form of potato is at this current moment in time.
I know mine. Mine
I-
is sweet potato fries with cinnamon on it.
Whoa, I do like sweet potato fries.
Sweet potato fries. I mean, again, sweet potato, dominant. I love the sweet potato. As of right now, sweet potato fries with cinnamon on top.
I know mine, and my mouth's watering.
What is it?
So I want to preface this. I think I've come to this conclusion over the last couple years, and actually, side note, I am working on a top 10 French fries in Wheeling list.
Ooh, can't
But,
wait for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be electric. But anyways, I've come to the conclusion I think crinkle fries are the best fries if properly cooked.
Is that the zigzaggy ones
Yes.
Yeah.
with the zzz?
Yes.
Yes. I think if properly cooked, those are the best fries. But best type of fries. But I think the best fry in my current form of potato right now would have to be the Tito's Sloppy Dog fresh cut fries.
Wow.
Dude,
Oh, they're so good.
they have some kind of seasoned blend that they house blend of seasoning that they put on the fries. It's just to die for. I want to go to Nailers games just to get the fries because I can never make it to the actual restaurant during the day because I think they close at 2 every day, and I can't make it in town from where I work. So
They must crush if they close at 2 every day.
yeah, I think they do. They do breakfast nowadays and then go all the way up through lunch hour, and they make a hell of a hot dog.
Oh, it's I had it for the first time a few weeks ago at the Naylor game.
You
I mean,
never
they
had it
were-
before?
No, they were
Oh,
fucking
dude.
delicious.
Their hot dogs
Delicious.
are fire. I've had 1 or 2 at a Nailers game before.
Who's
Fuck
hot
yeah.
dogs? I zoned out.
Tito's Sloppy Dogs.
I've never had one.
They're good.
I need to get one.
But see, dude, I'm gonna push back a little bit.
I got mine.
Well, you go for because I'm talking about. I want to tell you what my favorite French fry is, but if you go, you can go ahead and figure.
So I love potatoes. I'm not a chef, so I don't know the terms. Like when you're just you just cook potato, like you cut up some potatoes and you just cook
Hojos?
them.
Those are roasted potatoes.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
really love that.
Yeah,
But that's
me
not
too. Those
big
are fire.
big fan.
Yeah,
love that.
Big fan of those. as
Love
well.
Some
roasted
peppers and
potato.
onions,
Oh yeah,
maybe.
love it, love it, love it.
Oh, babe.
Soak them in butter, love it.
Ugh.
But you know what else I love?
Oh.
Specifically, I'm gonna have to say Arby's curly fries.
Curly
Ooh,
fries.
Those are good.
They are top tier,
Those are good.
delicious.
What about
See,
you?
I was like the cold take city of our discussion on this. I mean, my top is at like the bar fry. I mean, I don't
Oh,
think anybody
dude.
does it better.
Bar food is like my favorite food.
Like Zarly said, especially if they're made there, they're even better. But any like bar fries,
Bar fries are great.
Actually,
I agree.
here's a better way to state what I want to say. I'll ask you. I'll
State it,
put it
baby.
in the form of a question.
Okay.
Where does Drover's steak fries sit in your?
See, I
No
don't
comment.
Like,
It's been too long since I've had them.
Okay,
I don't like
respect.
steak
But
fries
but-
though as much.
Yeah, but
They have to be the smaller.
I'm not.
You guys don't like steak fries?
I mean,
I don't. I
like
don't
'em.
dislike
in
them.
disgust.
Here's my quarrel with them, if you want to call it that.
Squirrel.
And most of the time in life, if I've ever had a steak fry, it's been out of a frozen bag, baked in the oven at home.
Okay.
You don't find a lot of restaurants that do the steak fry.
That's a very true point.
One that I'm thinking of that comes to mind is Red Robin.
Yes.
and-
Yum.
And they do endless steak
Yeah,
fries.
Red Robin.
which is fire.
Yeah.
Why don't we have one of those?
Yeah, we should get a
Yeah,
Red
we
Robin.
We should.
They should put
Yum.
Red Robin at Arby's.
They do
Fuck it.
sweet potato fries endless now too. They have a whole
Ooh.
side menu that are endless.
I love sweet potato fries.
I like steak fries, just not my favorite.
I'm just wondering because I actually haven't had them in a while, but I always Like, I know their wings are great, even though I don't think they're the best around anymore. But I always have a special place in my heart for their seasoned steak fries.
Well,
with
we should
cheese.
make a Drover's trip.
I would love to make a
we
Drover's
should make a
trip.
Drover's
Dude,
trip.
speaking of drovers, I don't want to get too far off. Back way from Wellsburg is just freaking beautiful.
So beautiful.
Dude,
It's
it
a
is.
nice drive.
It's so beautiful.
And I want to piggyback off that. What's the next town above Wellsburg?
Fallensby.
Fallensby. That's like a nice fucking little town.
It
dude.
is,
You
yeah.
drive through
Yeah.
Fallensby, and I'm like, this is a
Really
quaint
nice.
little town.
It is. Nice little town.
Fallensby is like, this is gonna sound so weird. Fallensby, I aspire to live in a place like Fallensby that has like the restaurants and bars open all the time.
Yeah.
Like that is I could grow up in any kind of small town. If you give me a little strip like that, I could just thrive.
Yeah.
I
I
agree.
feel that.
A nice little strip is nice.
Yeah. Like little landing strip.
Yeah.
Because dude, truthfully, I know
Nice little landing strip.
I know I shit on it, but Moundsville's got a nice little strip too.
What? Their main street? What is that? Is it
Je-
Main? Or is that Third?
Is it
or
Jefferson?
Jefferson Street. I thought?
Jefferson Street, I
Jefferson
think.
Avenue.
I'm
I don't know. Whatever.
Venture to
But
those parts.
one of
very
those
often.
I get
streets.
jealous because they have a nice little strip there, and they do have different bars that are open along that. So I
Yeah.
am
Did
Bro,
you
jealous
do
there.
did
Bring
you do
back
the
Center
Moundsville bar
Wheeling.
crawl with
No,
me that
remember,
time?
dude, I'm against it. I was like, I'm never drinking in Moundsville.
Yeah, that's right. You were totally.
I agree.
I never have.
Bad things happen
Bad
up
things
there.
happen.
I never have.
I had never drank at a Moundsville bar ever in my life, and people just put together. It wasn't like a hosted bar crawl. Just a group of people were like, "Yeah, we're gonna bar crawl
That's fun.
all the bars in Moundsville," and I was like, "Okay, let's do it."
That's cool.
And like, it was different.
It was probably fun
It
though.
was definitely different. But by the end of the night, we went to like 6 different bars.
And you know how small of an area that is. It makes me jealous that they have all that stuff just right there.
Yeah, and we walked to and from every single one of them, and the last bar we ended up in was like a karaoke bar, and like
Really?
was wasted by that point. It was pretty fun, that bar,
I'd give
and
it a
like
whirl.
every bar down there, people are just ripping cigs because
Oh, hell
it's
yeah.
Marshall County, so you're
Yeah.
like,
Oh, you could smoke
Oh,
inside.
uh-huh.
Bubba, we
Dude,
really
you
got
could
to
Bubba,
go
smoke
that's
in
why
now.
all the bars.
McGovern's was the move.
Yeah,
bro.
McGovern's.
Dude, we
man, I miss
really
You could
gotta
just
go
rip
now.
cigs in there, dude.
What?
That was before
So
my
if you
time.
like
Yeah.
if you like ripping cigs, then go on the Moundsville bar
Oh,
crawl.
I'm about to go to Moundsville every weekend now, so I can. Why? I don't know why. I want the smoky bar vibe. But just someone playing pool
Just
over
once,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
You didn't go
Old-fashioned
to
jukebox.
McGovern's that much. did you?
I've never been there.
Damn.
I never drank in Moundsville.
Can't go there anymore.
Well, that
Yeah.
was Mozart.
It burnt down.
It's not there anymore.
It's not there anymore.
It's actually the building is still there. The a guy bought it because I should watch my mouth,
Yeah,
but
you
it
should.
didn't. The building's still there. So it was supposedly was going to be turned into another bar, but I guess the guy that bought it, my dad's friends with him, like he just hasn't turned it into anything yet.
Yeah. Well,
So-
hey, there's always hope.
There
Elm
is
Grove
hope.
Marathon. Be there.
Be there or be square. All right, last topic. Be there. Taylor Sheridan. I want to talk about this man.
Talk about him.
Talk about him. He's an incredible man.
So I saw a
He's
video.
jacked, by
I
the way.
did- Yeah, he is jacked.
Mhm.
He is. You can't really tell, but he is. What he just got signed on to do so many shows for Paramount.
Paramount. Yeah.
So, and don't spoil anything for me because I haven't finished 1883.
Oh,
But come to find out that 1883 is just a limited series. There's not going to be another season of it, right?
Well, see, I've seen that, but then I also saw that it got greenlit for
Well,
season
no,
2
here, no. What? Wait, where?
on the internet.
No, so it's it said 8. Okay, wait.
But no,
But
it's not. I think the next
I-
season is 1932.
I don't think the characters are. I don't know if it'll be 1883 season 2. I think their story may continue. Does that make sense?
No, it
Yeah.
it does.
Well,
but
don't we already know how those characters' story ends with the flashback from Yellowstone?
but see
Like
that.
he dies in a shootout, doesn't
But
he?
see, that's my point. It's like, are they really just gonna let that be how he's remembered? We're gonna have to see
Yeah.
that story.
Yeah, I think I think maybe the plan is to tie up that story with more flashbacks in the main series.
But again, continue. Sorry to interrupt.
So, anyways, I watched a video that like he is signed on to do a bunch of shows, and they all sound like really cool, like the premise of them. And I saw the one was the 1932. Very excited for that
It's
one.
gonna be fire.
I'm
Yeah,
that time
that's-
period is like so far up
great
my
time
alley.
period.
So I'm real excited for that one. He's doing one. He's got like all these big actors, dude.
He's
that-
doing 4/6s
yeah.
with Jimmy.
He's doing that. He's
Fuck,
doing a
love
show with
Jimmy.
where Billy Bob Thornton's going to be the main character.
He just did Mayor of Kingstown.
He did Mayor of Kingstown,
which I need to watch
Me
because
too.
I'm sure I love Jeremy Renner and I love Coach Taylor and I love everything Taylor Sheridan does. I ended up buying the Sicario movies after Ted told
Dude,
me to watch them. They're
those movies-
fucking fire.
They are. Those movies are crazy.
But yeah,
Those movies are real good. Yeah, Taylor Sheridan, dude. Literally someone I never heard of until
Same.
Yellowstone. And you
Agreed.
come to find out like a lot of the stuff he did previously to Yellowstone and now what he's getting signed on to do. Like, I'm impressed.
he did that Wind River
Dude,
movie.
two
did
of his
Wind River.
movies are
Yep.
fire. Hell or High Water and Wind
Fire.
River, both freaking so good movies.
Bangers.
Amazing, both of them.
But yet, wait, so he's doing other shows
Here,
other than Yellowstone shows?
I'll list them off for you real quick. Like, they put a video up on YouTube, like Paramount did.
Okay.
It's like an interview. It's a short, like 3-minute video with Taylor Sheridan explaining everything he's gonna do.
He's such a fucking badass. While you look for that, I'm gonna pee.
Pee it up.
I cannot wait for the 4/6s with Jimmy.
Yeah, that's
Just
gonna be.
talk about character development. Started off as just a freaking crackhead, ended up being just a badass cowboy by the end of Yellowstone. Just he pulls mad bitches, like
Yeah.
just he does. I mean, he's just a great character.
Okay. Here we go. He's doing the show called The Tulsa King, where it stars Sylvester Stallone. He plays Dwight the General Manfredi, a low-level but loyal mobster who's
Ooh.
exiled to Tulsa, Oklahoma, when he was released after serving 25 years in prison. Now it's based on him like forming his own new crew in Oklahoma and being a gangster there. Then there's Bass Reeves, which is also going to be a limited series, and it follows the story of Bass Reeves, a real U.S. deputy marshal in the 1800s.
Dang, he loves all these.
Yeah, it
these,
says Reeves is considered by many as one of the greatest black lawmen that ever lived. So that sounds fucking
Dude,
cool.
I knew like when they bought that 4/6s ranch, I was like, dude, has to be shows coming, bro, because that's where he'll shoot all this stuff.
Yeah, he sounds like he's just an incredible writer.
that I was talking to my buddy from work. Isn't it funny? Sidebar again. Quick. I don't see anyone that I work with ever, and two of them are like my best friends that I talk to every single day. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
But anyway, I was talking to one of my buddies from work, and I was saying this. I was like, I just truly wonder, like guys like Taylor Sheridan and other big famous people who do shit like that. Like, how do they do all that stuff? Like, where is the time to write all these amazing worlds and stories? It's
I
just,
agree.
it's incredible.
It is incredible.
It is honestly blows my mind that he, especially I'm listing off all these shows, like he's writing all these. Like how do you not get like jumbled up?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. What?
he's writing a show called Linus. It's a fact-based drama series about two agents in a U.S. undercover female operative program. Zoe Saldana and Nicole Kidman are starring.
Ooh, I love Zoe.
damn.
Landman is based off of a podcast called Boomtown. It's about the oil boom in West Texas.
Damn.
Billy Bob Thornton has been cast to lead the series.
Oh
Ooh.
wow, that's gonna be.
Dang,
dude,
these all sound
They
fire.
do
They
all
sound
sound
really good.
What?
And then not the last one, but this one's called Fast. It's about a former U.S. Special Forces officer. He's recruited by the government's DEA to lead a takedown of drug dealers who are protected by the CIA.
Oh, dude, that's right.
That
up my
one's going to
alley.
be sick.
That's right up my alley.
And then the other two they name are 1932 and the 4/6s.
Oh,
So,
4/6s. Shout out Jimmy.
He's killing it. I can't imagine how
Hey,
much.
can you send me that
Paramount's-
article?
Dude, which another sidebar, a lot of people don't realize that like if you don't watch stuff in that world, that the DEA and the CIA were like against each other.
beefing.
Like the CIA would help all of these people, and then like the DEA is trying to bust all these cases, and they get so far just to realize that the CIA, it's crazy.
It's dude, the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that we'll never know. Wild stuff.
Like me and my dad were trying to explain this to my grandpa, who's old, granted, but like, he was talking about, I guess there was just some big drug bust that happened, probably in like one of the coastal whatever. It was like they seized X amount of product or whatever, and me and my dad just busted out laughing. He's like, but in reality, that was probably the cartel leader telling the government that shipment was going to be there, so then they turned their back around and 4 times of that comes in somewhere else. And my grandpa, he's just like, he's like, I have a hard time believing that.
Yeah. Oh God. It's
like,
you can't what? You can't rewire that the way that they think. No,
and
you can't. Like,
honestly, dude, I'm kind of jealous because like they just stick to something, dude. Old people, man, if they believe something, you ain't fucking changing their goddamn mind for anything.
Dude, our other grandpa, you should hear him when Jake brings up aliens. He gets pissed. He's like, he's over here talking about aliens. Like, or mermaids. Oh,
he
he
probably
gets
thinks
pissed.
you're like legit like wacky.
Oh, he hates
he gets pissed.
He hates it. He's like, I'll say something. He's like, yeah, coming from the kid that believes that mermaids
Yeah,
are real.
so-
I'm like, yeah,
It's
they
like,
are.
Then it'll be like, you dumbass.
That's great.
Got anything?
I was just going to say, aside, we mentioned them earlier. The Nailers are back. They're sick.
Are they back?
Are they back?
They're back. The last time I checked, I think they were tied for second or third. Like they were in the running for the top of their.
So they're poised for a playoff
division.
run.
Oh yeah.
Dude, give me that
Yeah.
this summer.
Oh my god.
Give me the
Can't
playoff
imagine.
run. I'll go to every game. That was the most fun I had, was going to that championship
Yeah.
series in 2016 or
Dang,
whatever.
yeah.
it
I
was.
have gone to more Nailer games this year than I have when I was like 6. Like I haven't been to that many games since.
Dude, I bought a fucking Nailers jersey this
Hell
year
yeah.
at a
Fuck
game.
yeah.
I was
dude.
like, what am I doing? But like, it's sick
yeah.
Where can
I've
I
always wanted to.
where can I buy Wheeling Nailers merch?
at the game.
That's
or
the only
online
place.
store.
Well, I'm sure they have. Yeah, probably
JT
somewhere
bought a
online.
Noel Divine Rough Rider jersey.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
you
It
really?
was just did I? It was a T-shirt.
Oh, was it a T-shirt?
I never went to
No,
one Rough
Brady
Rider
bought
game.
one.
Yeah,
Oh,
wait,
Brady, yeah.
I
That's
que-
right.
I
I remember that.
I literally just questioned my entire life.
Mandela effect.
I was like, wait, what?
No, I didn't.
Mandela-
You
I
even
bu-
you even went along with it for a second. Well, I know it was a T-shirt.
Yeah. No,
I know somebody bought
this is
one.
crazy. It was Brady though.
It
Dude,
was
and then
definitely.
remember-
I
I
just
can
got-
picture him wearing it.
Remember when we went to the first time he went to the Steelers game, the one time we all were up there, he fucking
Oh, dude, he just bought like the nicest jersey you could get.
he disappears for like an hour. Him and somebody were going to pee, and like they were gone, and we're all sitting there. He fucking comes back with the nicest Jerome Bettis jersey. He just dropped like 200
like
or 300
fully
bucks.
authentic, stitched, like the nicest fucking Steelers jersey you can get.
He's like, go to play the part. I'm like,
and
fuck
fucking Jake standing there and a fucking knockoff
Was it the half and half?
Randall L jersey.
Dude, I had a knockoff Randall L jersey that was white in the front and black in the back. Dude, it was
Sick.
fire.
Dude, yeah.
It is sick.
It is.
It was, yeah, and fucking Brady's standing next to me in his fucking Stitch. Fuck you.
Holy shit.
That's good. All right.
Has it been a time?
I think it's been a
The
time.
time it has been.
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Juice Fisherman. Make sure to subscribe to the Juicebox Podcast YouTube. I was thinking about this earlier because it'll help me want to learn how to set something up, and it'll give people an incentive to follow. Where I think we're at 46 or 47 YouTube subscribers right now. Once we get to 100, I will figure out how to get Bubba on camera for the full episodes.
Yeah.
So once we get to 100, hopefully it's next week, Bubba will be on camera for every single
I
episode.
don't know if that's good enough incentive. We'll see.
No, dude, it should be.
it's
it
definitely
should be.
good enough.
It should be a good incentive.
I agree.
All right, fuck it. Bubba will be on camera, and we can do some kind of giveaway or something.
I was honestly thinking about it, and like this might sound ridiculous, but it's totally doable. I think we should have 4 camera angles going in this place.
I'd love it.
I'm not even
That'd
kidding.
be sick.
That would be sick.
Because with the software thing that we got going, it would just sync everything up.
Yeah.
I would fucking love it.
The producer cam.
But which, dude, I mean, I know we're chit chatting, but I already thought about this. It's like if I hook up that camera and just shoot it on Bubba, it'll be crystal clear because it's right in his face, and then we just record it from that computer, and then we just sync it at the end, and it should work.
Should theoretically.
Theoretically,
That'd be pretty cool.
In theory.
or we just have a cell phone sitting right on JT's corner that just shoots right at him.
him. Yeah.
That might actually be even easier because then you just airdrop it. So,
Yep.
dude, I mean, listen, we'll probably not wait till 100, but just subscribe, dude.
Yeah, please
just
subscribe.
do it. Like, don't make me look like a bitch when he's on next week's episode already and nobody subscribes. Like, somebody subscribe. It's not hard. You just hit the
It's
button.
easy.
Just hit the button. Like,
Thank you.
whatever. You can catch me on Instagram at John Theodore Nixon. That's John Theodore Nixon on Instagram. I'm on the Juicebox Podcast Twitter. That's at the Juicebox Pod. That's at the Juicebox Pod. Follow us on Facebook, the Juicebox Podcast. We are not the Diabetes, the Juicebox Podcast.
Follow me on Twitter at Bubba Slaughter. Follow me on Instagram at _Harry Slaughter.
Instagram, Pokey.Czar, Twitter, PokeyZar, Twitch, PokeyZar. That's ZAR.
Z's and Z Brave as Apple. R as in respects. R as in Reebok.
Don't get it twisted.
Bye-bye.